You're listening to the Bell to Coffin podcast with your host, the Coffin King, Hostage Hirsch, and Jake Rich.
See if I remember how to do this.
I don't know if he does.
I don't know if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, ring that bell, swing that coffin door wide open. It's been a couple of weeks, but brother, we are back. And this week, Jake and Hostage, we're joined by somebody directly from Pain City. We've got Tama Ku. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, brother, so good to be here, Hostage. I know we live basically in the same area because I'm in Southeast misery, brother, because I'm 10 foot tall, 100,000 megatons, the mayor of Pain City, Tama Ku. It's been a minute since I've done that. It's been since December, right? Because I retired.
It's been a hot minute.
I'm good. When you got it, right?
Yeah, dude, it didn't miss a beat. Not at all. Didn't miss a beat, man. That absolutely got me fired up.
Comeback then, right?
Talking about the comeback, brother.
You never say never in this business, dude.
Oh, I know it. I'm very well aware of that.
So I want to start things off hot, man. Let's talk about the nipple tattoos, brother.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yes.
This, I was...
Look.
These, that's what wore the women's shirt.
Brother, he's got them ripped up, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the first nipples on the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? Well, its nipples are plural, man. But no, what's funny is that it's not really funny. And informally, I was told that, hey, because the nipple tattoos are kind of out there, right? They're like, oh, you need to make that into merch. I'm like, I don't know if I could be selling kids like stick-on tattoos for the nipples. Like it's implied it's there. And the idea before with the tattoos, actually here, I don't know what my lighting's very well, but it's the tribal on the chest, and my hands are measured into ripping into my chest, right? Mm-hmm. So, life will tear you apart. You will tear yourself apart. With life. Now going to the other stuff we'll talk about later with the motivational speaking. But so I'm like, I need a badass tattoo that's already in place to put the claw marks in the meat. And then at that time, because this also speaks to my age, because I'm an old brother. The movie Triple X just came out, not porno, the Vin Diesel one.
Right.
And I remember I thought it was so badass that Xander Cage had the sun tattoos around his nipple. I'm like, I'm doing that.
That's mine.
Idea. So if you're asking about it, it's a Vin Diesel tattoo. But yes,
you heard it here first, folks.
Cheers, Vin Diesel. This is the most hot take, right?
I'm with it.
Hey,
I'm with it.
That's another bald good brother, Vin Diesel. We enjoy him. Dude, I mean, honestly, maybe like the temporary tattoos may have been too much, but you ever thought of like a t-shirt with the tattoos?
I did. And brother Clay knows that when you're in this business, especially, and it's part of the reason why he and I vibed so well, was you're constantly evolving, you're constantly keeping your audience in mind, and you're making so much, right? Because he and I, first time we met, we bonded on merch.
Yep.
He's got so much merch, it's cool, everybody loves it, you have a badass look, and then you're always churning out shirts and stickers, and that was an idea to have a shirt with the tattoos because they're so unique. And again, you guys aren't the first people that bring up the nipple tattoos to have it there, right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I don't know about you guys, but working in the biz and just even seeing anybody in your merch at all, it's always flattering for me. And here locally, at the local gyms, I'll run into good brothers and guys wearing my shirt, and sometimes they don't realize it's me. I guess because I don't have my nipples out, right? But
and the mask, brother.
And the mask. I'm always like, I'm just this nerd. It's like, hey, brother, I like your shirt. They're like, oh, you like Tama Ku? I'm nobody, right? I'm nobody.
That guy was awesome.
Yeah, he was. Now he's just old, right?
No. He's still awesome. He's still awesome. That's why
awesome enough to be on the pod. I'm so glad that you guys asked me.
Live in the BTC.
Dude, for sure. Absolutely. As soon as Hostage told me about you, I wasn't too familiar with you. And I was like, oh, yeah, this guy is BTC material through and through. With the tattoos, you're jacked up like a house. The crazy mask, dude. Excellent look. And, I went and further into your, and you've got a lot of other stuff going on too. Like you said, you haven't wrestled since December. Mm-hmm. And now you're leaning more into a motivational speaker kind of gimmick what you're doing with your life. And that's really interesting to me.
Well, we're getting to learn the man behind the mask.
Yeah. I don't know if that guy's as interesting.
He is.
Brother Clay and I He's so there's a term in the business, which I'm sure everybody watching, if you're watching the cast, you're familiar with the term good brother, right? And Clay, for sure, immediately as soon as we met, he's a good brother. I've been known to be a good locker room guy. I'm a good brother. And you tend to have these conversations about life, behind the curtain. And I've been very fortunate to be a guy that I guess it's got a little bit of wisdom to him. And maybe it's because I'm generally one of the older guys in the back. I was also a guy that we could get into when I was 14 years old. My brother hands me a Tony Robbins book, Awaken the Giant Within, and I'm walking around with a Tony Robbins book in my hand. But I've always been that guy, and I've been very fortunate. Guys still keep in contact with me after the business, and it's just talking about life. And I'm terming it the internal architect, and it's really about building. It's like interior design for your mind and what works the best for you. And very fortunately, that God has blessed me with words to find what's best for you. And if anything, Brother Brawley and I were speaking earlier. He's like, man, I just love that you always have a calming nature about yourself, and that you make people feel good. And cool, thank you very much. But what I think the balance was when I was and am Tama Ku, and I bring out the big gnarly beast, the Polynesian behemoth, that was the other side of me that allowed me to be so calm, right? Because you got to get it out
like
sometimes, right?
Like a Jekyll and Hyde situation.
Like a Jekyll and Hyde, right? And when you look at my Facebook now, it's Dr. Tama Ku, right? So it is. It's almost literally Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Tama Ku, right?
That's it.
So yeah, that's what I'm getting into, and really, it's just me not focusing so much on pro wrestling as it was, because that's all in details, right? Mm-hmm. Everything is in details. I always said to the guys, and I still talk to guys now, that the moment you hit that curtain and they hear your music, whether there's a beat before you step out in that curtain, and the way that you're dressed, they don't need to know jack about you, because you're telling them that. You're telling them as soon as you step out, they know whether you're a good guy, a bad guy. They know you're a badass, you're a technical guy, whatever it is, you're giving it to them right there. You got to feed it to them, right? And I always say it's the same thing in the coaching that I'm doing now with a lot of business professionals now. Obviously, from the time you step in that room, the way that you're dressed, the way that you carry yourself, same thing, man. Makeup, hair, clothes, music, the way you smell, the watch you wear, everything you do starts a conversation about you. But by the time that you open your mouth and you shake their hand, they know everything they need to know about you. And that's what I've been doing.
It's 1,000,000%.
Sorry, but I spoke that into a promo right there.
I'm good with it.
No, that's beautiful, man. Honestly, like that's like first impressions. That's all. That's what you're saying to me is like first impressions are so important in anything.
Everything.
Absolutely.
And I always use wrestling as the example, because oddly, I was very fortunate and blessed by the universe to be fairly successful in the 7 years that I was performing.
Yeah.
And it was in details. And I could show up somewhere, much like Hostage, and you get it. So
you just immediately make that impact.
Immediately. I wasn't even a good wrestler, right?
You don't need to be, bro. You don't need to be.
I was infamous for like leaning in, like, where are we, brother? What are we doing? But
we wrestled after the flu, brother.
The start is your first impression. You never get a second chance to make a good first impression. And then it's the way that you finish. Same thing. Everything in between, that's just fluff, right? Start cool, finish cool. You're a winner.
We're good to go. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think that's everything that you just said. I think that's another reason why me and you, we gelled so quickly, because we think the exact same way. And it's merch, it's presentation, it's the video. No, the video has to be just right. And that can be like a pain in the ass kind of thing. No, the video has to be 100% perfect. The music has to be perfect.
Yes.
I have to come out at this time. I have to do this. Everything has to be perfect. And it has to be that way, because exactly like you said, stepping into a place like Hurricane Pro or Reality of Wrestling or anywhere, these people don't know you. Or, now let's say the majority of the people don't know you.
Sure.
But there's a handful that do, and they keep up with social media and stuff like that, and they're gonna ride or die, and they'll be there for you and stuff. But 85% of the audience doesn't know who the hell you are. So you have to, like you said, it's that first impression means everything. So if you come out and you're just just bullshitting, you kind of bobbing your head or something like that. Hostage isn't bobbing his head,
right?
We're like Tama Ku's not doing that. Like right. That's the thing that separates so many people.
You show up every time, and you have to assume that you're performing for a new audience every time. And if it's the people very fortunately, if you have a few people that are there, maybe all of them are there, who knows? But regardless, if they're there for you, give them the reason why they fell in love with you. You owe it to them.
Yep.
They bought the shirt, brother. Right?
Exactly.
They bought the shirt. They
were
paid the
telling their
ticket.
buddies, like, hey, man, you got to go. You got to come see Hostage. You got to come see Tama Ku, bro. Oh, man, they're wrestling. Oh, man, this is going to be the best match. You got to show up. And you got to show up the same way, right? You got to show up the same way for your family, for your kids, for your job, for the podcast, brother, that we're here. Because, again, for the people that listen to this podcast, and it's a badass podcast, I got your boy Tama Ku here, right?
Yes, sir.
They went out of their way. They emptied the bank to bring me back. But for my second run, you got to give it to them every time. Very important.
Yes.
So, matter of fact, I mean, this is I'm having a hard time having my libation with this. So this is actually the first podcast that I'm going to do, out of, you get Scott Ali. So, and the funny thing is that Tommy Bolton, good friend, the Buzzard, right?
Yep.
He would
friend
always
of mine.
joke with me. He would always joke with me. He's like, Scotty, dude, you're so good looking. Why do you wear a mask? I'm like, I don't want him to cheer for me, brother. It's too easy. Too easy.
I look too damn good, brother. Dude, you really do, man. I was gonna say the same thing. You know, he took the words right out of my mouth. You're a great looking guy, man.
Hell
You
yeah.
cover it up with the mask.
I'd be gay for me, for sure.
As you should.
Gay and ye old and like happy. That's
happy.
Everybody.
Of course. That's all we're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking politics here, but
yeah, no. And that takes us into our next segment, which is called Just Shooting, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Blue Chew. Use the code BTC at checkout to save 69% off your order.
Since when do we have a Blue Chew sponsorship?
We're working on it.
Hey, listen,
Dude,
I'm in it.
Altitude, it must be.
I'm bought in, right?
He's in.
I popped 2 Blue Chew before this, brother. I had to bring it, right?
God dang, this energy, brother.
That's how we feel so fired up right here on a Wednesday night, brother.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow. Coming stiff, brother.
We are working stiff, brother.
Live
We're
rounds,
snug.
right?
Live rounds, absolutely.
You worked with Brother Nate Slater. Just stay loose, okay?
God damn it.
Man.
Monsters among you for real, brother.
Cheers, Brother Nate.
It's another guy who is built like an absolute house, man. The first time I met him was earlier this year at TSW. TASW, excuse me. And good Lord, that's a guy who absolutely, just like you, brings the intensity. Just immediately, you know what you're getting when you're sitting there for a Nate Slater match. You see him hit the curtain, bro. Get out of the way,
brother. Look, and you're gonna hear it from me directly. That's the reason why I tagged with the guy. I was tired of working against him because the guy is like a freight train.
For real,
absolutely. I don't know if you've seen him here recently, because he and I have been talking about just different chapters in life. We're getting a little bit older, and you're just trying, like, actually ever since I stopped wrestling and currently, right, I took a break from wrestling. Let's just call it what it is, right? Back in December, I'm down about 52 pounds, right?
Damn it, boy.
Yeah, I'm down. Damn. So and Brother Nate here recently, dude, he's slimmed up. The dude's V'd up, man. He's dropped some weight. I mean, he looks incredible. Yeah. The guy was always, to me, surprisingly super fast and agile for a guy
absolutely
that big.
Nimble, dude.
I was moving in slow motion, right? I was moving slow motion compared to that guy.
Shit, no, dude, I'll tell you what. Coming off the ropes, brother, he's coming quick.
Let me tell you,
he's coming quick.
And he's one of my very best friends in the entire world. And we, again, talking about good brothers. When I met that guy, I met him at the same time as I met Yule, Big Cash, and we just clicked. Best friends ever since, right?
Yep.
And but I remember I ended up working him shortly after that, and I was like, oh man, I'm working Nate Slater, young guy into business. Okay, cool. It's gonna be a big monster match, and we're talking about exposing the business here, right? But talking about how we're gonna start, and I just worked Edge Stone, again, another phenomenal guy, right?
Big great guy.
And we're going to start off because we're going to go face to face. How we're going to do. And I remember Brother Edge was like, I'm going to slap you. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a young guy in the business. How are we going to do that? He goes, man, I'll just come here, cup the back of the neck. It's going to sound real loud. Good sound. Sell it. Cool, right? Nate says he wants to do the same thing. I'm like, okay, cool, brother. So I just kind of lean in, push you, and you're just going to pop me on the back of the neck. He's like, no, brother, we're going to come in stiff. Just get ready. I go, okay, right?
Why?
He slapped shit out of me. I remember I said, and I tend to joke a lot when I'm in the ring. I was like, God damn, just he Charlie Murphy'd me real bad, right?
Spin yours like a Daffy Duck with your
Bill
spinning all the way around your head
backwards.
10 or 12 times.
Let me tell you, it's real easy to sell for that guy, right?
Yeah.
Right. Ain't nothing selling, brother. That's as real as it gets.
Dude, that must be the international for Slater, because hell, the first time I worked in, we did the same damn thing.
Oh,
But it was about halfway through the match, and like I just couldn't put him down. And he said the same thing. Give me the slaps. Give me the push. Give me another push. Nudge me. He said, and give me 2 slaps. He said, I'm gonna give you one back. I was like, all right, bet. Do the whole thing. I'm hot. I'm fucking wore out. He's hot. He's wore out. Push, slap, slap. And I'm like, all right, it's coming. And I'm like, he's gonna take it easy on me. Hey, we're both hot. We're both working hard. We're both gas. No, he slapped the fucking dog shit out of me, dude.
Listen, after him, it's real to me, damn it. Right?
It's still real.
Dude, a joke's on y'all. He's just finding a reason to slap the shit out of it.
For real. He's just slapping all the boys, dude. It's the international.
Well, again, with the people that you trust the most, they're the people that you're the stiffest with, right?
No shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he'll forgive me.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. It's cool. He gets it.
We make magic.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's movies, bro.
Like, let's start a faction, guys. I don't want to get hit anymore.
Let's do it. I'm just trying to figure out why I was never invited for Monsters Among You.
Oh, well, because I fizzled out so quick.
Come on, man. Come on. We got to do this.
There's a spot open. I wish that gimmick was still rolling, man, because it was so fun. It was so good, and it got over. Everybody got it.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, like when I decided to take my break, my hiatus / retirement.
Hey, he took his ball and he went home, boys.
Yeah. I just, I need double knee surgeries, right?
Yeah.
I need both of them replaced. And I know I know I look good, right? But
yes,
it's
absolutely
not him, dude. Not only do you get Tama Ku out of the mask, but you get him risen up. I can't handle it.
Listen, I just learned this from my fiance's kids. I work with kids about it. Like, I don't know what this is. I'm like, shut up, just look at me. But I need double knee replacements, and I thought it was unfair because I could always. I'm a good brother. Everybody loves me, and they'll work with me, and I could just work the middle of the ring, right? Mm-hmm. But that's unfair to you guys, right? Because I know you guys could work. You guys could go. You guys, You guys don't need a Terry Funk me, right? And I was just slower, and I just needed to be done with it. And when I was done, I just walked away completely. And unfortunately, we just started the Monsters Among You thing, and it was hot, brother. We were getting calls all over the place. I'm like, God, I just really feel like I'm letting them down. I wish I could go longer, but the responsible thing to me and my family. And again, when you put things in that perspective, because while wrestling is amazing, you have your wrestling family, and you got your family. You got to be responsible to your family as well.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep. I got 2 kids and a wife of my own. So
yeah, brother.
And I'm in the middle of training right now. So I'm, learning as I go and trying to figure out how my body works with all that too. So it's definitely interesting, and then I have a full-time job too. So I definitely am learning kind of what all that means.
Brother, it's sacrifice. It is.
It's nothing but sacrifice.
It is. And are you gonna get rich from this, right? You don't do it for the money, brother, right?
No.
But man, I'm telling you, I don't know if you went back and you saw the match with Hostage and I, and brother, when they're in it and it's 300 people and oof, bro, I'm getting
you already look like The Rock, and he's doing The Rock stuff, bro.
He's taking
right there. Real chill bomb.
I'm drinking Terramana as well.
Oh,
right?
God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dwayne Johnson is on the Bell to Coffin podcast. This segment brought to you by Disney.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Double shot Blue Chew over here.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
But
the Blue Chew cowboy.
Man, brother, there's it's beautiful. It's art.
It is.
It really is. Brother, it's art. Because the truth is, every one of us are dreamers, right? Every one of us are nerds. Like, we all had a fantasy, and we all grew up with it, and then we get a chance to do this with live in front of other people. And the reality is, we all know the stick. We all know the game.
Mm.
But when people get lost in it, dude, I remember I did a program early with Jordan Jensen, right?
The guy.
friend of the pod.
Such a good dude.
He's the best.
Yeah. Wrestling Jesus, right?
Yes.
I think he looks more like Andrew WK, but we'll go with Jesus.
I see Keith Buckley talking about Every Time I Die. That's what I see.
I call him my personal Hulk Hogan, because literally, I remember we we worked together, and there wasn't a ton of people there. And I'm like, oh, brother, what do you want to do? And we're working through this mess. Like, easy, brother. They're already paid. They're already here. I'm like, okay, gotcha. Right? Hey, we already got their money, brother. Thank you. We back rake the hell out of each other. And Terry's like, don't ever do that again. I was overselling back rates like a mother. But
Jesus.
But the opportunity for he and I were working the sword. We were tagging. We were tag champs. We did this whole breakup thing. I was the big dumb monster, and he was a charismatic one. Blah, and he did a heel turn, and this sticks with me. This is one of my very vivid memories in wrestling. And I remember we go, and he's pushing me, and we're angry after match. We just lost the tag belts, and I don't understand why he's so mad at me. I'm just trying to hug him. I'm like, I don't understand, right?
Mm.
And he turns on me, hits me with a stunner, right? And then I get up, and I know Sally hits me again, and I'm out. His mother cried, right? My ex at the time was concerned that I was really hurt. You guys know what's up. We're just good, brother, right? We're just really good at what we're doing.
We in there like swimwear.
They're not weird, right? They're not even wrestling fans, but they're so purely entertained and so drawn into the moment that we did that.
That's it.
Once you're there, bro,
it's something a little bit more than money.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's the investment, dude, and it's like like we were all superhero fans. I mean, this is a hot topic because Brand New Day just came out last week. But superheroes, man, like that's all we wanted to be growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can't tell me you didn't want to be a superhero when you grew up.
Oh yeah, I wanted to be LOD, brother. Right?
Hell yeah, Jake, you can't tell me you didn't want to be Dr. Doom.
you definitely can tell me I can.
I mean, like hell, like that's all we wanted to do, and like you can't really be superheroes. What's the closest thing we can do?
Mm-hmm.
We can go fucking wrestle. We can go wrestle. We can create these characters, and we can give these characters arcs and all these things, and all these people will buy it. If we can get them to suspend belief,
yes,
we've got them, and that's how these kids look. Like these kids, like when I meet all these kids and stuff at the merch table and stuff, and like after the show, or like when I'm coming out, like during an entrance and stuff, and the kids are looking at me just eyes just wide open. They're in awe of what they're seeing, and it's like I know the feeling,
absolutely.
And it's just like man, like this is really cool, and like we haven't even done anything.
Yeah,
like they don't know this.
And to some people, dude, you are it.
That's it.
You're a vivid moment in their life, especially the way the hostage does it, right? The whole presentation again. Listen, I'm not super impressed by a lot of people. That's no knock on any of the boys, right? But hostage has it, right? And from top to bottom, from the posters he's got at his merch table, from his look, from music, all that, hats off to you, brother.
Hey,
and
I appreciate you, brother.
Again, when kids meet you and they meet something like that, I'm like, they're talking about it. And also, he's got super cool merch, and it looks like you're wearing a rock band shirt, like out in public. And that's also something I always want to do with my merch as well. That it was cool enough that you didn't just want to wear it to an event; you're wearing it out. It's just balls out, cool, right?
Yes.
Oh, trust. Mavis is definitely wearing Texas Death to her elementary school.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting conversation. Teachers are like, what is this Texas Death? What is sorry, my best friend, he wrestles.
It's his uncle. It's her uncle. You have to pay it. You got to know.
You come and see, and you'll understand.
Yeah, that's it. You'll be wearing the shirt that next day to school.
Oh, I still rock them in the gym, man.
Hell yeah, I got the Tama Ku, the white Tama Ku shirt, wearing this image in the gym like crazy. Got to.
Sure.
We were talking about
superheroes. It's a great shirt.
We were talking about superheroes. What were some of your favorites growing up? What's the ones that stood out to you that you took and maybe put into your character a little bit?
So it's funny. I'm just gonna knock Spider-Man real quick. Like I know the movie just came out and supposedly it's really amazing. I just never understood because it really speaks to me. That, I don't know if you've spoken to Super Beast. If you're familiar with his work, yeah, he's got the skull mask. He's real big on the band, blah blah. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's not important about him, but he and I chit chat a lot about spitball about wrestling, rep, and fantasy and comics and how it all goes together. And like I never understood. It wasn't for me to like Spider-Man because he was a frail little kid, right?
Right.
Did you guys watch the Masters of the Universe movie?
I haven't seen it.
Surprisingly phenomenal, and they did it.
Dude, I loved it.
It was so good. It did a lot of justice because I'm so used to like watching Transformers, like, why are you ruining my childhood? Right? Like, it's
Right.
you have so much source material. Why are you doing this? But they did it justice. And I was a guy that like I liked big and strong, right? So
Beastman.
Beastman, right? Absolutely. It was Beastman. It was Animal from the Muppets. It was Juggernaut. It was Sabretooth. It was the
Yeah.
big, it made so much sense to me that the guy that finally took Batman down was Bane. And the guy that
Yeah.
finally took
Mhm.
Superman down was Doomsday. Just big, badass
Big
dudes,
brooding
right?
giant guys. Yep.
And that's what it was for me.
Yeah.
And so it was always big, right? And so that's what I wanted to do when I got into the ring. The way I was going to present myself is I wanted to bring that old school. It felt like something special when you saw it, giant, massive figure.
Yes.
And that's why I started doing the shoulder pads and the whole presentation, everything I did. And that it's like it was layers upon layers, almost like Shrek, like an onion, right?
Yes.
Dude, yeah. We've got Shrek, we've got Beastman, we've got LOD. What else is in this onion?
Batista.
Batista.
And Hulk Hogan, right? Like the larger than life.
Got to.
Of course.
But for
The
me,
brick
it's always
wall.
just big, right? Big, larger than life. So again, as we joke about LOD, man, loved it. Right?
Yes.
Of course, dude.
So-
They had, speaking of having it, good Lord. Like, as soon, all you got to hear is, "Ugh," and the crowd is on their feet
Yes,
on
screaming.
it.
You don't even hear the music anymore.
Oh, and then they came out and spiked shoulder pads and face paint. And I took a little bit of that with me in the wrestling. So I started doing spiked shoulder pads. And then I had a big mask that I would wear over my mask. And under my mask, I had my face painted. So again, so I joke it's like an onion because then it's
Yeah.
just
That's
layer upon layer upon
You've
layer.
got layers.
That's it.
But yeah,
You
I was
got to.
big Juggernaut, big Sabretooth. The villains were always big and muscular, right?
Yeah.
And the heroes were always kind of smaller and leaner. So I was always leaning more towards villains.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell yeah, I'm with it. I mean, you're talking to Dr. Doom over on the other side, the bald guy. That's Jake Doom.
Yeah, you get it. Like I was a Rocksteady and Bebop fan, right?
Yeah.
Dude, for sure.
Leonardo
And
was
like,
just too clean for me.
That's it.
dude, it's so much fun to love the villains. Like, that seems so cliche. Like, ooh, the bad guy. It's like trying to be like edgy or something. But it's not. Like, they generally have better character arcs, better
Yes.
like just things going on in the background with them, and just they're more interesting. They've got cooler powers. Like, dude, come on, you can't.
You got Thanos. You got Captain America.
I believe in Thanos. I get what he was doing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Really?
Captain America's cool. He looks great, but this guy's giant and purple and has muscles the size of a mountain.
And he's Josh Brolin, dude.
And he fought the Hulk 1-on-1.
Yeah. 1v1. One punch, brother. I mean, come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Yeah, you're not that cool when you got to team up on one dude, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. I mean, all he wanted was some stones. Just give him the goddamn stones.
Diamonds are forever, all right? He just needed a few.
That's it. It's 6.
Yeah.
Or 5, rather.
So let's go back to Nate Slater real quick because he does a lot of that stuff too. And did you ever take the snap from him? You know, he was really big on this. You remember the Thanos the snap?
Yes.
So then he started using this cutoff where people would come off the ropes at him and would hit him with a big chop in the chest, and he called it the snap.
Yep. I took that. Yeah. She was wild.
You want to tag?
Yeah, let's go.
I did it once. I'm like, and people love to chop me too because I'm a big, broad-chested guy. So
right.
So
it makes great sound.
Big sound. Oh yeah. So I make a point to bump just to get out of the way.
That's it.
Yeah. No, F you, dude. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done, bro. Just one and done.
Instead, I'm gonna stand on the corner and watch you do that to somebody else. That sounds like a better idea.
Oh, brother, you're getting ready for the business. It's coming, right?
Yeah, it's coming.
They're gonna love to tattoo you just as a welcome.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, of course.
Every time.
Yes, it's never great. It sucks. It's the worst. That's the worst thing in wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not a bitch.
Right.
Like I can take anything that you want to give me. Trust me, it's not a problem.
No, I am.
But He said, "No, I am." They're like, "What's the point?"
Let me lie, you
What's the
unnecessary.
point?
I'm 44, brother. Like,
Yeah, you're like, "What are we doing? Why are we? Why is this
No, don't
motherfucker
So
slapping
smacking
me?"
the shit out of me. Why did you do that?
I will
Yeah.
reach up and irate you so quick.
For
right?
reals. Ain't no works, brother. Ain't none of these.
Ah, get out of here. I
Oh,
will fall
these
out of
are
the ring.
yeah, these are straight up, dog. But yeah, like stop fucking chopping, please,
Yeah.
please, just stop.
Hey, listen, Taker didn't like to be chopped, right?
No,
I'm not Taker, but, again,
come
it's
on.
preference.
Yeah,
Is there anything
preference.
you don't want to take? Chops, brother. Right?
Chops. That's it. Yeah,
Sweet.
everybody gets one.
That's all I got, man. That's all I do. Sorry.
Right. All you do is take chops.
Jesus, the chop man. Come on, let's go.
Chopman. The Chopman. Come on, now get it right. Chopman.
Chopman. The Baldman, the Chopman.
Baldwin Chopman. He's sponsored by Blue Chew, so
Sponsored by Blue Chew.
Hey,
Use
brother.
code BTC for 69% off.
Extra stiff.
No, them goddamn chops or something else. But no, dude, I'll be in there and like we'll talk about it in the back or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's whatever. I was like, if they get excessive, I'm gonna reverse it, and it's gonna be worse for you because I'm not gonna do none of these. I'm gonna do the bear paws just straight over head, dog. I'm coming from the ground all the way through,
Smacking your titties off.
off.
I just avoid it. I have prided myself on being really soft, right, on everything I did. If anything, a headbutt might sneak through because I did a lot of headbutts. But again, I tend to do this. Can't help it because again, I am a good brother. I love my brothers. I'm one of the few people that's been fortunate to still keep these great relationships that I've formed in wrestling still to this day, right?
Yes.
And I don't know if you've ever had a chance to work with Raw Dog Ryan Davidson, right?
I haven't.
Stiffest chops ever, right?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Oh, they're fucking vicious, dude. So again, no, and then I'll just bump, and he's like, "No, stay up."
No.
I'm gonna be in the corner. You got to stop me, brother. Again, one of the most phenomenal people on this planet. Really and truly, Ryan Davis. I love him so much, but his chops, brother, are something else.
They're for real, dude.
They're Gunther level. I'm telling you,
for real. Like
Jeez.
they could probably top a Gunther chop, honestly. And it's like, dude, he's been brought up on this podcast probably 10 times now. Like legit, probably about 10 times. I've got to get him on this podcast.
He's one of the best brothers in the world. Really.
He is.
Yeah, just reach out to him, man. I'll shoot after this. Dude, no kidding. And there's a lot of embellishment in this business because this business is embellishment. It's work. I understand
built on
that.
it.
But here's a shoot. The guy chopped me so hard my back popped. I remember I walked in, my back was tight because my back's always tight. And the dude chopped me, it went right through my body and popped. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. That felt good, but I don't want to tell him it felt good, right? Because my front hurts. But
yes, it hurts. It stings.
It'll be like the cable guy. Like when you help my list, and he hits me again and my back hurts again. So I just
Jesus.
sold down. Yeah, it was for real.
No, we definitely got to get Ryan on here. I've met him, a handful of times, trained with him a couple times. He's always been cool to me. Yeah, we got to get him on the show. Absolutely.
One of the best.
Is that your least favorite move to take? Is a chop? Is there anything else that you can think of that you're like, I don't know if we're doing that one tonight?
Yeah, motherfucker. We've been talking about it for 10 minutes. Yes, it's a chop.
It's a chop.
Nothing comes close to it.
Nothing. He's a dude. Give me a brain buster straight on the brain. I'm cool.
Really easy.
Yeah, that's no problem.
This business is super easy, man. Once you get into it, it's back bump, front bump, roll, right? It's really easy. But what you can't get ready for, friggin' chop, right?
For real.
I'm taking head bumps, man.
Yeah.
I can take that like a pro. Give me a DDT or a flatliner or something like that, man. I'm going to sell the out of it. I loved overselling, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, I took a DDT at Turpmania, 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I took one 2 weeks ago, and it was like we didn't talk about it or anything like that. He gut kicks me, and he's like kind of holding me. I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, DDT. I'm like, all right, bet. Take the DDT, and so we're on a black canvas, so my paint, it sticks. It's like a sticker, dude, just like pop, like a stamp. So I hit that, and every time I'm just looking up everywhere, like, and everybody see it, and then go right back down. It's the best, dude.
Every time we roll that canvas out, I'm like, and there's Hostage's paint from last week, and that's from last month.
Yes. Yeah, I had some red in my beard. I did the red skunk stripe in my beard.
Yeah.
Like Ian Scott, right?
Yeah.
A little old school brother reference.
Shout out Anthrax.
So
yes, sir.
You saw red smeared all over the mat because I'm always taking face bumps. I took a a double DDT from Galactica and Nate Bradley is one of the last things I did. And I'm one of those guys that I'm always trying to pop the boys, right? If you know what's going on.
Yes.
And I took the double DDT, and there was really no space for me to roll through, right? So I dropped to my knees, boom, and I'm like, no, fuck this. I take it, I come back up to my knees, and I German myself backwards, and I pop up over my shoulders, legs over my head, and roll out the ring, right? And I remember looking up at him, they're like, what?
Hey,
It's
man,
the
you got it,
incredible
dude.
force of Estrella Galactica and Mr. 5K. Of course, he's through the ropes.
He's out of there, bro.
Oh, those two. It's 1.101 gigawatts of energy there, right?
That's it. And we got to start asking the real question. Where the hell, which star is Estrella Galactica from? He's a Star Warrior. What star does he come from?
Well, I think
That's a great question.
He's a fallen star himself. He's the Star Warrior, right?
So he
was
a star.
He's pure energy, right? He is a star. I mean,
he is a star.
The guy is the face of it. And talk about another guy that's just, if you know Galactica, you've worked with him. Again, another good brother. Shout out to Brother Galactica. And just as soon as you see him, dude's got it.
Yeah.
Dude's got it. It's amazing look and so much merch, and also this great look. And I'm like, brother, you never break it even on how you've got 20 gears and they're not cheap, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen him wear I've seen Estrella Galactica a few times now, being down in the Houston area. I've never seen him wear the same gear a single time.
He's like Rey Mysterio. He's got like Joker gear and he's got Wolverine gear.
Freaking Batman, Wolverine.
Amazing gear.
Yeah. It's always so much fun. Like whenever you get to the building, you don't know what you're doing, and you look on that run sheet and you see, okay, hostage. Where's he's right there? Estrella Galactica. Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna do some cool shit, and I'm gonna take a lot of cool shit that I would not take from anybody else because I trust this guy completely.
Going to be an easy night.
Exactly.
Several work, and that's another thing that you get ready for. That a lot of people talk about in wrestling, and this is how. Going back to Ryan, he coined a phrase, it's the easiest hard thing you'll ever do. And I'm a guy that I played football in college. I did semi-pro kickboxing. Wrestling is by far the hardest thing that I've ever done. And then, you get trained, you do all this, and you show up for the night. And I was always the guy, infamously, dude, I'm messaging throughout the week. I'm like, hey, who am I working, brother?
Yeah.
Right? If they haven't already announced the card and you show up, and more often than not, you're going to go, okay, me. And hostage. Okay, cool. And then you go, and you may not know hostage. You go shake his hand. Hey, brother, nice to meet you. Working. Okay, how long are we working for? 10? Okay, cool. Who's going over? Okay, cool. What do you want to do? And then you'll talk about it, not practice any of it.
That's it.
And then go out there and do it live.
Yeah.
It's the most nerve-wracking thing, man.
Yeah. Like, dude, like I gotta be in the spot, bro. Because like if I'm not, I'm gonna get my head blown off.
Oh, dude, it was the most nerve-wracking thing, but for me, I'm so incredibly nervous every time until my music hits and I hit that curtain. And when you hit that curtain, and every time, man, you get it, right? Because they get you and they give it to you. And I'm like, oh, it's game time. And it's
spirit bomb. It's like the spirit bomb.
Yes. And then I'm calm, and then we're doing it, right? And then because what you don't want is a silent audience, right?
That's the worst.
That's the worst. They're cheering her to win. They're making noise, right? For some reason, people will sit there on their phone. Will Alday told me this early, right? People will pay money and be on their phone until they hear like a bump, and then they look up, right?
Oh shit, I missed it.
Yeah. Why would they do that? No, man, you capture them. I want to be the guy that takes your attention, keeps your attention. They're worn out. You could sit out on the women's match, brother. You can sit out on the next match, but not mine. Not me and brother hostage. You're getting your money's worth right now.
That's it. Look at these two guys, bro. Look at these guys.
Somebody like Hostage Hirsch coming out painted and looking absolutely insane, and then somebody like Tama Ku comes out, and this guy's built like a house too. And I'm all eyes, man. I'm not taking my eyes off of that.
It's cinema, right?
Yeah,
it's monster fights, dude. Yeah. It's monster fights, like, and it's exactly how we said it.
Godzilla versus Kong. For real. I feel like you've already mentioned some of them. Who are some of your favorite people that you've worked over the years?
Yeah, I've been fortunate to where I would say just about all of them. Because you're only going to be as good. Again, I'm not blowing up the business right now at this point, but man, I'm not good, dude. I'm a great performer, right? But
Yeah.
I'm only as good as my dance partner.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a huge part.
I'm gonna gas this motherfucker up all day because again, Hostage is one of the best. It's one of the easiest matches I've ever worked to do. We
Thank you,
had
sir.
cinema, right? When we worked together. I'm only as good as my partner. And let me tell you, I really haven't had a bad match, right?
Yeah.
Because people believed in what I was doing. They knew what I was about, right? I knew what there was about. And then we went out there and we bumped 3 times each, right? We didn't
That's
do a
it.
whole lot. We're not
That's
going
it.
crazy out there. And we're doing enough to keep the audience engaged. And I've been very fortunate to work with some amazing people. And if I'm forgetting somebody, I deeply apologize because I always believe in passing the ball around because Tama Ku would not be who Tama Ku is or was, is right now, if it wasn't for every one of my fucking dance partners, bro.
This is the truth, bro. And like,
Mm.
I'm glad that you say that because like I'm real big on that, and like I've definitely gotten real big on that over the past couple of years. Like I'm 30, but
Right.
I feel a lot older. I guess like
Yeah.
mentally, you know.
Yeah.
But
No,
like
I know
I've gotten,
exactly what you're talking about, bro.
it's like I've gotten to that point to where I'm like whenever you retired or when you stepped away from the biz, and like I'd seen that you'd posted on it and stuff. Like my immediate response, immediate like what I wanted to do was like I was like I want to reach out. I want to reach out to
Mhm.
Scott. I want to talk to Scotty.
And
You
you
know,
did. You did.
feel him out, see how he is, all that
He didn't
stuff.
just
You know,
reach out. He called me on my cell phone.
you just
Right.
called him on his cell
That's
phone,
how good
dog.
of a brother he is.
Hey, hotline bling.
Mm-hmm.
But I
He
hit
didn't
him
just
It
up.
like
was
the he
late and
didn't
he
just like
needed
the post. The
it
brother
was
reached out.
late and he needed your love. That's what it
That's
was.
Yeah.
that's it.
Or you're gonna get it, right?
That's you're gonna get it. But
Fucking my
that's
Gucci. But
like that's what I like. That's where I've gotten to, and it's not just in like the wrestling and stuff like that, but it's just like I'm real big. I'm a big proponent of giving people their flowers
mhm.
while they're still here, because like
Yes.
life's fast, dude. Life is hard. We got to be harder. That's the thing. Like that's the biggest,
Mhm.
one of the biggest things in life is you got to be harder than life because life is as hard as shit.
Right.
But I've always
And,
wanted to
and
be
every
like,
man thinks they're hard, and
yeah,
they're not. Because
yeah,
it takes effort, right? I just did a
that's
video
it.
that we'll link it at the end of the podcast. But
That's it.
you know, I, and not to take over here, just to piggyback off
You're
of what
good.
you're saying. Again, going back to your question about the people that I've worked with, I could tell you the people that were there for me early, and I was like glue. Everybody stuck to me.
Hmm.
Everybody I worked with became somebody in my life. Fucking blessed, bro. And when I retired, right, and I got something, I've seen a few brothers go, and God, dude, I'm going to get a little emotional talking about it.
Yeah.
It's almost it's discourteous and it's disrespectful if I ever came back to the business, right? Because the way that I got to go,
Hmm.
you know, I remember I got the microphone. First off, everybody goes out on their back, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to go out on my shield.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I wanted to drop the titles. No, Scott, you got to go over. We got to give the people what they want. Okay. By the way, shout out to BCK, right? Chris
Shout out.
Sendell and Billy Wayne Fletcher. God, shoot, such great dudes, man. I got to tell amazing stories with them. Did the honors. They were amazing. Great stories, great feuds. But Nate hands me the microphone, gets on a knee. Nate Slater took a knee for me, right? And I
Yeah.
remember looking out in the audience. Again, one of the people that really took time with me early on was Edge Stone, right? That when I started off, for some odd reason, he took this young kid. Yeah, of course I had potential. I look amazing, right?
That's it. Of course.
But he took. I mean, it was. Hey, big move, take a breath. Big move, take a breath. The pacing. I remember. I'll never forget this conversation. Always gave me feedback, and I looked out. He traveled from Houston to Beaumont to be there for my match. Right? He jumped in the ring, gave me a big hug. It was like our curtain call moment. Curtis comes out, the owner, Richard Cranium, and he gives me
Yeah.
a big hug. Ryan comes out, and he's in the main event, right? And as I'm standing there, and I put my boots down, every one of those dudes are on a knee from me, right?
Mm.
And I was so deeply honored, and people are chanting Tama Ku. It's like a movie moment. I can't come back after that. I got so much respect on my way out, and I'm just a dude. I'm just a good brother. I'm just like everybody else trying to put magic on a show, right?
Yeah.
I can't help but to have love and respect for all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
We just
Until we start the faction up, and I come back, brother, and it was all the work, and
That's
and
it.
we'll rock the system, right?
That's it. Like Robert Downey
NWO
Jr. said,
2.0.
I'm just a dude dressed as a dude playing
Playing
another
another
dude.
dude.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Playing another dude.
We just dudes dressed as other dudes playing other dudes.
Yeah,
That's all
absolutely.
we're doing.
And again, I didn't go out on my back, and the guys that mentored me early and made sure that I was successful took a knee in the ring for me.
It's respect. It's love,
Wow.
dude. It's love. It's respect.
Absolutely, it's love.
Yeah.
And I said it a million times, and let me go ahead and say it again. I love you, Ryan Davidson. I love you, Ed Stone. I love you, Nate Slater.
Good guys.
Yeah.
Good guys. But no,
We're going to make sure to clip that. This segment brought to you by Blue Chew.
He's doing it again.
It's not a shout out, it's a shootout.
It's a shootout.
Anyways, I started blasting.
He started blasting. But yes, what I was saying, big proponent of telling people, you know, how much it means to me and stuff while they're still here and stuff. Because like I said, life's short. People pass on and stuff unexpectedly. You never know when it's your time. So like I always want to, you know, be as 100% real, 100% genuine as I possibly can be.
Absolutely.
And like, I feel like that's why people resonate with me and stuff. Like that's why me and you are good friends. That's why me and Jake are such good friends and stuff. Is because like we attract that, you know. And like that's all I give a shit about, man. Like I don't, you love me, hate me, anything like that. I'm locked in, dog. I know what I've got.
Bro. I mean, I'm only 34. Yeah, I say only, but you know, but you know, we say we're here for a good time, not a long time, and you know, and we don't know how long that time is. So you know, like shit happens, things you know go plus and minus all the time with everybody, but you just got to put that shit behind you and remember who we are at the end of the day, and just human beings, and we're just connecting with human beings.
Yeah, beautifully said, man. It's true. In a fake business,
absolutely,
absolutely,
predetermined, brother.
That's it.
Predetermined. You're right.
Predetermined.
It's real to me, damn it.
It's real to you when Nate Slater's slapping your boobs off.
Right off.
Yeah, just take that from an old vet. You know, rough house. Just tag with him.
That's it. That's it.
Won't be on the receiving end anymore.
Just be brothers with him, and you're good to go.
Dude, that's why
friends with everybody, right?
That's why I got such good friends with Hostage. I don't want to be taking no gut wrench suplexes and getting slapped around by him. No, dude, I'll watch somebody else take that.
Listen,
I'm going to stand on your
fools around like Wyatt Earp.
Intense guy, and maybe because he likes me. I don't know. One of the easiest guys I ever worked with, man. Hostage was super easy to work with.
Thank you.
The looks itself, right? Hostage versus Tama Ku, that was money, right?
Dude, the match graphic alone sold me.
Yes,
and I was in the match.
absolutely.
I said, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
People told me they went just to see that match. Of course they did, right? You're not telling me anything I don't know. However, great communication. Everything was rhetorical. It's like when you vibe with people, it's like you know what you're thinking.
It just clicks. Yeah, it just clicks.
Exactly.
We didn't even need to talk at all, brother. We just did it.
Just give me the highlights, brother. We're good to go.
It was good. I was having such a good time. I forgot to kick out.
He kicked out. Damn it! And I did not almost blow my knee out doing old school. I did not.
It was a good looking spot. Damn it.
Oh no, dude! I can already feel it. Was it an ACL? I guarantee you, your ligaments were falling apart,
brother. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it was, dude. This man, Scotty Ali, Tama Ku, dude. Wow. We sit there, he gets there, and we're talking and stuff like that, and he's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I had the flu. Like, I just got a flu, like, yesterday. I was like, oh, shit. And we're in the ring, we're doing stuff, doing the damn thing, and I hit him with something, and he's like, hell yeah, we're breathing. And so I'm chilling with him.
For the first time in a week, I'm breathing.
I'm chilling with him, and he's like, all right, we're good to go. I'm like, all right, let's go. But hey, we listen, we communicate. That's what you got to do, brother. That's what you got to do. I'm not going to run a fucking marathon around you. No.
No, we gave it room to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Like one thing that drives me crazy with some of these younger guys coming in, because I'm an old man, right? But is they want to go spot after spot after spot. Like, hey, brother, it's got to mean something. You got to let it breathe.
Yeah.
And also when you let it breathe, it gives you a chance to breathe. But again, fight, man, you're not going to be dropping somebody on their head friggin' 10 times, dude. You only got to do that a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Make it worth something. And and then going into injuries when you're in wrestling. Again, you could do something. He does old school every match. You just don't know sometimes when you're landing hard, high impact. And for anybody just recently that's not into business, just watched SummerSlam, and when Brock pulls back the mat, dude, there's not a whole lot to that ring, dude. Like,
No,
it's solid. It's
very
definitely solid.
Steel
And
frame, wood boards. I mean, it's hard surfaces.
for sure. And when he's jumping off old school and landing, sometimes the body rolls in ways that you don't expect and you can't account for.
exactly.
Which is why I did no top rope stuff.
That's it. He's like, you stay on the ground, brother. We stay
on
working
the ground. Smart, dude.
That's it. If it flies, it dies, right?
Yeah, absolutely. As a word from the wise, just get big as fuck, and no one expects you to do it. So.
That's it. They're not going to.
And then if you do, they are oohs and ahs.
Oh,
like no others.
I would go. It's funny. They would start knowing when I would go to the top rope. Or I would go to the second rope, and I'm like, they're like, he's never going to go to the.
He's not fucking doing it.
He's going to get cut off. We're not dumb. We know what you're doing, right?
He's teasing us.
It's like every Ric Flair match where he goes up to the top rope and then he just gets pulled right off immediately. Just all right, there to get
that top
every
rope
single
is way
time.
Too high. No, thank you. Right?
It's like 37 feet up, bro. You're like, it's rough.
No, it definitely feels like that. I don't even like looking down, and I'm shooting 6'4", and I don't like to do that.
No, he's like, no, dude. He said, this is mass and speed and gravity. It's all working against me.
It's not going to end well.
It's not going to end well for nobody.
For nobody.
Nobody.
You had mentioned your knee issues. What kind of issues are you ailing with currently?
Well, it's termed as osteoarthritis, right? I've got no cartilage and no cushion between both knees. And I actually came into the business needing double knees, right? So I actually came in and started training at 33 years old. So much like yourself, right?
Yeah.
Coming into the business, and everybody was like, "Oh, brother, well, DDP came in." Well, I'm not DDP, right? And I'm not one of the greats. Let me go and tell you that, right? I might have something to me, but I'm not one of the greats. So let's not compare me to one of the greats. And but you learn to work around that. And for me, I'm a very avid gym guy, and so I try to strengthen all the muscles around the quads and the hamstrings and everything else, and also understanding what I bring to the ring and how I'm going to work. So typically, like when I show up and I'm like, okay, I'm working Brother Hostage tonight, right? And we're talking about, and if we're not familiar with each other's work, and most of us are familiar with each other's work, but I would always tell people like, okay, how would you wrestle Kane, right? And that's pretty much how we're gonna work this match.
That's what we're gonna do,
right? Yeah. Where are we gonna be Kane? Okay, who are you most like? Okay, cool. How are we gonna do this, and how are we gonna tell that story? Because again, you don't have to do too much to tell a great story, man. It's character work.
Yeah,
it's what the moves are easy, dude. They really are. It's the same shit over and over again. Front bump, back bump, roll. It's what you do in between those moves that makes it special.
Yep.
Right.
And if you don't give anything a moment to breathe, it means nothing. Anything that you just did just means nothing.
Nothing. You dropped a dude on his head.
Yeah.
You're about to finish somebody? Oh, dude, that's why I had the straps. Man, just take down the straps, brother. Or like, you're looking here and you're like, right? You're letting people know you're about to finish. You take down the knee pad. This is about to be bad for my dude, right? There's no value in it if you don't give it value.
Exactly. You have to give all this shit value. Because if you don't value it, why are the people that paid money, why are they going to give a damn? They know he's going to kick. He's going to kick immediately. He's going to kick immediately.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense.
You telegraph it. Again, this is all the stuff that I talk about as the internal architect, right? While on my coaching, giving it value. It's the same stuff. Wrestling is life. It really is. Everything goes hand in hand, right? And I'm excited for you, man, coming into the business now, because you are coming in a little bit more mature, right? With a better head coming into this business, which you are an old man, right? So I remember being, because heck, even Brother Hostage, coming in there even at 30 years old, you're one of the older dudes in the locker room.
Yeah, I started at 24, and I was still 4 and 5 years older than anybody else.
Yeah, and I didn't get it, because I could tell you if I started. So also shout out to I grew up next door to Masada, right?
Hell yeah, Paul.
And Masada, as I know him, Brigham Young, right?
Yes, sir.
And we hated each other in school. We fought a couple times, and we came back. And then right after high school, man, he goes to ECW, and at that time, hardcore is a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I always wanted to get into wrestling, but I'm not taking a cheese grater to the head for $10. I'm not doing that. So I waited, which is the reason why it took me a little bit longer to get into the business, and not knocking deathmatch and not knocking what Masada does, because clearly Masada is a world household name for a reason, right? But I knew what I loved. Again, what was I attracted to? I liked Warlord. I liked Sid Vicious. I liked Big Daddy Cool Diesel, right? I liked Vader. I liked these big guys. They weren't deathmatch wrestlers. It wasn't for me. Not that I think it was cool. It's just not what I wanted to portray.
Right.
But
go ahead.
But coming in later, I know what I want to portray. And again, you came in 24, and you came in with the makeup and the music, and there comes with a degree of maturity coming in that you want to do this, and also the investment that you could do. You're a 19, 20-year-old kid, you can barely afford gear.
Yeah.
And if you're
exactly
there, and for people to pay to watch you, brother, you better go out there with custom gear and custom music, and you better have t-shirts ready to roll, right? Because you owe that to the audience, because you're a fan too. And when you meet somebody, you want to feel like you're meeting somebody special. You want to feel like they're there seeing somebody that should be on TV. That's what they're paying for, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's you, brother. That's what you're bringing, right?
That's it.
You get to do that, and you're going to do it because you're coming in when you're in the right headspace.
Yes, absolutely. Now you read my
I go on
mind.
rants all the time.
No,
dude.
You pull the things that are already like that are like, these are things like I preach constantly, because that's exactly how I feel about everything as well. And like Jake is on the same wavelength.
And that's exactly what I need to hear right now too. Is, I mean, like, training is hard, and mine's a little different. We don't get to train as often as we'd like, because we have to wait for our shows and such. But that's exactly what I need to hear is, and that's kind of that motivation that you need to keep going. I'm like you were saying, this business is very hard. Like, you're throwing yourself on the body, your body on the ground, for nothing, for no reason other than to just portray some character that you have thought up in your head, and you're realizing the taxes that it's putting on your body as you're portraying now, needing two knees at 40 years old, and that just goes to show the sacrifice.
Exactly. Tip for all your kids don't grow. Right.
Exactly. Wood grain, I'm gripping. But
That's
anyways,
showing our age.
That's it.
Sponsored by Blue Chew. No, but anyways, but the sacrifice that you put on your body, just to portray these characters, that's what I'm really especially learning now, is how important that is as you're going through this journey through the business.
Yeah, and coming in like exactly like Scott was saying, coming in a little bit older and wiser, and with more responsibilities than say some other people have, and you have a family. I had a family as well when I started. I had Jay, and I had Bam, and then Mercedes got pregnant with Piper and Willow, and I had a big boy job. Like a lot of these other guys, they didn't have that. They didn't have relationships. They didn't have jobs. They didn't have bills. They didn't have shit. They didn't have anything to worry about. Exactly. Right. And so coming in a little bit later and stuff, you think of things more than the average person would. The kid that comes in that just loves wrestling, they just want to wrestle just because they love wrestling.
Again, and the things that we preach all the time, and this just comes from maturity. Is just reps, and we've just done enough of this to where we know the value of it. And I've just recently said that, I mean, brother, if there are more than 24 hours in a day, it still wouldn't be enough, right? Because every hour and every minute comes from somewhere, and God willing, if you can, you want to spend all of that with your family. Because really and truly, let's be honest, wrestling is selfish.
Selfish as hell.
It's selfish as hell. And you're willingly being selfish from your family, right?
Yeah.
But if they love you, they'll support you because they understand how important it is for you too, right?
Yeah.
But you're going into it with a family, again, with the right mindset. And I used to be a kickboxing coach at an MMA gym, and I could tell you there's value even when you're not taking reps, because again, reps are hard, especially in wrestling, and fight reps and lifting weights and squats and all this other stuff. There is a value to mental reps as well. So as we're talking about this now and you're envisioning, because again, when you come out, what are you doing, right? how are you portraying to the camera and everything?
Why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it? Why does it make sense? Again, in that first 5 seconds, what's going to make sense to this audience? Think about all that, dude. I was such a nut for it. Ryan and Brawley would laugh at me about it because I would work out in the gym, just pump and iron to my theme music. Right?
Same.
Yes.
Same.
Yeah, you get it because also they're bangers, bro.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolute bangers. But no, that's what it takes. And it's like, it's not even so much as like, working every single weekend, working, 3-4 times a weekend, or working, 2-3 times a month, working that one time a month, whatever it is. When you're doing it at 100% capacity. And it's not, like all the time in between that is all building towards that moment, towards that one moment. So like
quality over quantity.
Exactly. So I have, August 22nd coming up. I've got
where's it at? Tell us about it.
Jake, why don't you tell us about it, brother? I know you know that poster 1000% better than I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, 360 Pro Wrestling, we are presenting you the Rockdale Riot on August 22nd. We have some brand new matches on the card. We have got Hostage Hirsch. We've got Johnny Lyons. It is going to be title for title. We just dropped today. Will All Day versus Terrell Tempo. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, punch my ticket on that one, brother.
And don't forget, Jake, we got a triple threat match between the Syntex Championship.
That's exactly right, Hostage. We've got King Daddy versus
Demo Diamond
and Nathaniel Grayson, somebody that you know very well, Hostage.
I sure do. You damn right I do. But a little bit more.
Hey, we can clip that for the promo this upcoming.
Yes.
And you should.
Yes.
And also make sure to put this in. Let me tell you, 360 was one of the few companies that I didn't get a chance to work for, but I can tell you they always put on a phenomenal show, great production. They don't book chumps, man. They book the best talent in Texas, without a doubt. And that's, if there's one regret that I have in my little run, was I didn't get a chance to work for 360. That would have been an honor to be there.
We'll make it happen,
brother. Having you in the back or anywhere around the dressing room would be a plus, big time plus. It is. That, in my opinion, I've been so lucky to be in a position to where that's my home promotion. Like, that's where I'm learning everything. I do commentary there. They're letting me host the mic now.
There, brother. You've got a lot of good brothers that are watching.
It is nothing but iron sharpening iron. That's such a cliche, but it is so. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like what I was saying, getting to August 22nd, like. Okay, I don't have shit until then, unless something else comes up. So all of my focus.
Is it worth your time, right?
Exactly.
Is it worth time from your family? It's still Sunday with the family, right?
Exactly.
It better be good if you're going to pull me from the family, right?
You're right. It's got to be worth it. It's got to make sense. But everything that I'm going to do from August 1st to August 22nd, or show to show, everything is going towards that. Everything mentally, all the thoughts, the preparation, everything that I'm constantly thinking about and trying to make happen, that I want to make happen, that I will make happen.
Yes.
Is coming before that even happens, before we're even there.
It's manifesting because every show is mania, right?
Exactly.
Every show is mania.
To me, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like I'm not going to pull the paint. I'm not going to get the guy out of the bag for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It means something.
It's like the old Nick Saban, envisioning your game plan and executing,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There's Brother Clay and there's Hostage, right?
Exactly.
Those are two different animals, man. I get
two separate.
The duality, right?
Yes. 1,000,000%. And I know that's the exact same thing for you when you were pulling Tama Ku out. Mm-hmm. Tama Ku and Scott, there's two completely different guys. It's completely different mind space. They're gonna react different. They're gonna act differently. It's all, and it has to be that way. I couldn't go out there. I couldn't just be Clay.
Right.
I couldn't do it. Because nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see just regular. Because that guy, I see a guy like that walking down the street every day.
Is that Brandon Marsh? The Phillies outfielder? Brandon Marsh?
Isn't he supposed to be in Philadelphia right now? But it's that's not what makes it what it is. It's the guy in the bag. And it's the things that we've created. And it's the hell we create.
Absolutely. When I was so honored when you reached out to me last week and you said, "Hey, man, I would love to have you on the pod." nobody wants to see Scott Ali, man. Like,
We
I'll
want to see
break out the
Scott.
mask, man. Like, I think
Come
I've got a little
on.
bit of good insight on the business, but yeah,
Hell
that's why
yeah.
I start off because at the very least, and I know I'm in the hat and the glasses now, but because this is the real me, but this is Scott. But you guys deserved a little bit of Tama Ku, and I hope I'm
Hey,
giving you guys enough of a little bit of Tama Ku
absolutely.
in this interview. And again,
No,
guys,
this conversation has been everything I wanted and more. I want to know about the things that you have coming up. This because we talked about it. We touched on it briefly at the start of the podcast there,
Mhm.
but I want to know more about it. Like, what got you into doing this stuff?
I I'm just choosing my words carefully,
Mhm.
not just because of the eagle wear, but
Right.
because pop the good stuff for you guys.
Hey.
Um, it's such when you're in this business, because as much as I'm not in the business, I'm still in the business, right? Because
Right.
again, the people that you're close with are still there. Again, phenomenal relationships that I've got to form there. Whichever way you want to turn it, what I'm doing now is still just a continuation of what we just know to be a good brother, right?
Yeah.
And you look at people like us, really, at the end of the day, the animals that we are, as selfish as this business is, it's very selfless because you're not really gaining a whole lot. You're giving more than you're getting, right?
More than you ever will get
Absolutely.
for most of us.
And the sickos that we are, right, is that we're wired that it makes us feel good when we can see other people succeed,
Yeah.
right? And I've been very blessed with the gift, as Brother Brawley said to me, that I've been able to put words in ways that make sense. All information is good information, right?
Yes.
Unless, and this goes into wrestling, because again, all this is wrestling, it's all the work, right? It's all good, but only if it's digestible, only if it makes sense to you, right? If I'm like, hey
Yes.
man, be a good man, be a good dad, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, that's just words, right?
Yeah. What does that
Right?
mean?
But if I said, like, remember who your father was and what he was to you, and how would he be better? And what would you do for him? And how do you want your kids to see you? And how do you want your legacy to be left for your kids? That when they see you, that daddy took time every week away from us, but then we just saw him as the 10 feet tall in the ring, right? That's a moment. That's what makes it special. That's putting in terms that the sacrifice that you just took away from your family and your life, right? What value is it? What moment did it bring for a hostage, right?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I've been very fortunate to where that makes sense, and people have been, you see the memes about you walk in the room and people notice you, and animals are kind to you, and people tell you their stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been very fortunate to be that guy, so I feel like it's a disservice that if I'm not out there actively trying to make sense to people how to be at least 1% better, then I'm wasting a gift, right? That I've been blessed with. So I shouldn't be so greedy to keep this to myself, right? Everybody needs a little bit of this, right? Because everybody wants
Absolutely.
to do better. I just did a video on this, and tell me if this makes sense to you, right? So I said that it's so important to God just like yourself. And if someone was we're so self-loathing, right?
Yeah.
We really like themselves. Some people do, right? But I know this is you guys as fathers. This will make sense. That, and by the way, cheers to being great fathers. I know you guys
Hey,
are, right?
thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
Brother,
We try to be. Try to be. That's all
brother,
you
you don't
can.
try, you just do, right? And this is what I fucking know. You guys love your families,
Yes.
right? Without a
Absolutely.
doubt. This is rhetorical. You'll kill for your family, right?
In a heartbeat.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Brother,
Without a second thought.
without a second thought. And most of us are self-loathing, like, God, man, I don't like myself. I love my family, right? What if you loved yourself like you love your family? What if you treated yourself with so much care as you treat your family? God, doesn't that fucking make sense, dude?
Yeah.
Right? How
It
would you
does.
carry yourself? I know this through the experimentation of life. Scott Ali and Tama Ku were two different dudes. Tama Ku definitely he had to pop from the crowd. He walked taller. He was a different guy, right? If I translate some of that, again, wrestling is all a work. It's all I took aspects of it and put into my own life. If how could Scott Ali be more like Tama Ku? In short, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and put in terms like that where it makes just a little bit of sense, the magic, right?
Yeah.
To some people, again, all information is good information, right? As long as it's digestible to you. But brother, you owe it to yourself to like yourself a little bit more than you do. And again, from the time you like yourself, we love wrestling creative characters, right? We love video games like that. I promise you, you're guys that as soon as, because you're like me, that as soon as I get an opportunity, like, is there a model in God of War? He's going to look more like me. I promise you that, right?
Exactly.
why aren't we doing that to ourselves? Why aren't we taking a little bit more time to invest in ourselves? We do, but we don't.
Right.
That's why I do it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
great.
Thank
That's
you.
great.
Yeah, I feel like it translates so well with you because you're such a warm dude. Like when I said, not even knowing you and shit. Like whenever, like we'd never met until I came to American Pro Wrestling, and we were gonna fucking fight that night. We were going to war.
Oh no, we followed each other's stuff. We go, man, make no qualms about it. I messaged you on the side. You messaged me like, hey, brother, love your stuff. Can't wait to work.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like, I'm so stoked for
we
this.
had a bromance going before, but go ahead.
Always. But like we'd never like physically
wrestling him was like dating the hot girl, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes.
No homo.
Yes, I finally got it.
Yes. But
it is. It's kind of like that, really and truly, right?
Yeah, but like I'm in the room or you're in the room, however it is, and stuff like that. As soon as you walk in, and I see like you see each other and stuff like that, it's warmth.
Yes.
He's smiling. He's happy. He's happy to be there. He is 100% present. He's 100% focused on what we're doing. What we're gonna be doing. Everybody around him and stuff. Like you just have that. It's like a magnetism to you.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, dude.
When you break it down, like I think I did a lot of self work, and my older brother helped me with this. And again, he's the guy that stuck a Tony Robbins book in my hand at 14 years old. That didn't make sense. I wasn't ready to receive it, but the information stuck in my
head. It's valuable.
And I translated this into wrestling. There was an acronym in it, Awaken the Giant Within book, CANI, C-A-N-I. It's constant and never-ending improvement, which also explains why Hostage and I have so many freaking shirts and face paints and gear, right? Because we're always making it better. But I think when you actually like yourself and you love yourself and you treat yourself better, you show up better. So when you see me and you say I'm warm, and thank you very much for that you could tell that I'm somebody that I believe in myself. Right?
Yes.
And you see people that try, right? I will name some guys, and I don't want to be rude, but again, we know the guys that, especially in wrestling, because everybody's trying to put on this persona. Everybody wants to be a big deal.
Right.
When you're not doing it right, when it's not genuine, when you're not genuinely yourself, it comes off fake. It's conceited.
Right.
Right. Doesn't work. Why are you wearing golden shoes? Right. So, and then the people on the side from that, the people that'll look at you, and we're guys, we know this in our work life, in our respective careers. There are some people that just hate us because of the way that we glow and the way that we vibe and the way that we just do work. Because again, I want to be sitting here talking to you guys if you guys weren't wildly successful at what you do. Because again, like attracts like. We do. There's a reason why you called me to be honest, because again, we vibe like that. Like attracts like. And there's some people that would just hate on you, right? And they're like, Hostage? I don't like that guy. He's conceited. He's a dick, right?
Yep.
And that's fake. Because those people are spiritually poor. They don't even do anything. I'll take a conceited motherfucker all day, right? Because at least the guy that's faking it, the guy that puts on the gold shoes, he shot for the stars, right?
Exactly.
He tries. He at least tries.
He at least like believes in himself.
He at least is trying to believe in himself. He is on the path to being a better man. He really is, right? But I've been very fortunate, like you said, that when we met. I'm telling you, it was like two star-crossed lovers, man. I saw Hostage saw me. We locked eyes. Big smile, big hug.
Big hug.
It's
big
like we've known each other forever, right?
Yeah.
Also, again, because we conducted ourselves in that moment genuinely. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm spitting all the stuff that I'm doing now, man.
Dude, it is good. This
is exactly so. I had mentioned earlier I wasn't as familiar as Hostages with you, and he was telling me about you earlier and how warm you are, and like he's such a great guy, and like you're really gonna enjoy talking to him. I am. I told him this is gonna be exactly what I need, and it is exactly what I need at this moment in time. Because I've been struggling so much with work and balance and wrestling and balancing, you know,
Family.
life and family and just everything. And it weighs down on you so much. You just need to be reminded sometimes, like, hey, just put that next foot forward. Just put that next foot forward, and you will keep moving on.
And we're dudes, and we shoulder it. And it's not that women won't benefit from the content and the talks and the TED Talks that I do, right?
Mm.
Again, I will go ahead and say again, and again, thank you for the compliments, but I'm nobody special. I'm just another dude. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. That's right. We all are. But what you just said there, and thank you for sharing that, because it takes, as men, we don't want to be ever considered not hard. We don't want to consider ourselves weak. We don't necessarily want to be too vulnerable.
I'm gonna put a pin right there because I got to come back to this. Go ahead.
Yeah, and brother, I'll tell you, man, absolutely. Like and subscribe to my page, absolutely. The Internal Architect. But dude, let's wrap. Absolutely. I'm glad that he built me up in such a way that I delivered. Cool. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But man, I'm just a good brother and I want to see you succeed. By all means, man, this is what I found through years of therapy, because we've all done it. Sometimes it's just saying it out loud takes the weight off, because you already know the answers. Really and truly, all the bullshit that I've said to you guys tonight isn't something that you guys don't already know, right? I just gave away my magic. All information is good information. It has to be digestible to you. I just said it back to you. You already know the answer. But brother, call me, tell me. I'll just say it right back to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be great.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cancel it, like to stop the conversation. I had something to add to that conversation. I wanted to ask you, because like I said earlier, I've been like, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more emotional, like super emotional, and it's really weird, and like I don't quite understand it, because like my dad, like growing up and stuff, he wasn't an emotional guy. And like, so like, I never really knew how to deal with it and stuff. And like, he's just a hard dude. Like, it's a dude's dude. This dude's going to work. He's going to carry the ball. He'll do whatever he's got to do. So like, I try to carry that, try to do that and stuff. But I feel like as I've gotten older, dude, like the smallest things and like the littlest shit, just, it'll well me up, dude. It wells me up. It makes me emotional and stuff. Like we went and like watching movies. Like I'll watch a movie and like, it's relatable, but it's not 100% me. It's not 100% relatable to me and stuff. Like I'll fucking well up. I'll fucking drop some tears. We went and saw, one of my favorite bands of all time last weekend, or 2 weekends. I'm sorry, no, it was last weekend. Motionless in White. They're a big band for me, and big band for my wife and stuff. Because like we got married, and like when our name was announced together, we came out to Eternally Yours. Amazing. And so like I have Eternally Yours tattooed. She has it tattooed and stuff. So like stuff means stuff to me. And like I put a emotional value to it. Seeing them live, because like it's been 10 years since I've seen them. And we saw them, when they were nothing, and like they had nobody there. Nobody gave a damn. They're headlining. The place is 100% like sold out. And like, dude, like they're playing these songs and I'm fucking bawling. I can't record. I can't sing along. Can't do shit. I'm just bawling. I'm just in the moment. And I don't know like what this is from. I don't know how to explain this. Like, have you come this way? Have you been this way?
You're not looking for answers, and I appreciate that you shared that, right? First off, hats off to your father, hard man, right?
Yes.
Because he came from a generation of all he knew was work, and sometimes all he wanted was a big piece of chicken, right?
Exactly.
When he came home, he couldn't show emotion at that time, right? We come up years later, and the reason, you're not asking me, I'm just trying to put a little bit of light on it. You just know love, right? There's emotional connections to that music and that band with your wife, right?
Yes.
You have children that you love, right?
Yes.
Every Deadpool movie gets me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I got every one of them.
Same.
Damn you, Ryan Reynolds, right? And I can't even connect to it, but I understand the storytelling and what they're doing, and it gets me. And as we're getting older, that's just signs of maturity. And again, this is something that 10 years ago wouldn't have gotten you. You had 10 years of experience, that's gotten you to this point. You've had 10 years of love. You have 10 years of creating. God, dude, half you and half your wife, and you get to look at that.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
4 times, mind you, 4 times.
4 times. Sponsored by Blue Chew. Bang,
Sponsored
bang.
by Blue Chew.
Brother, like, you know love, right? And that's why it gets you, right? It's not a knock on you, right? What that is security and maturity that you've evolved, right? Because 10 years ago, you wouldn't have done that. You've evolved past, you've already done something there. And I know you're hard, right? You are truly tough, right? You're a supplier and you give for your family and you think to yourself, like, why am I fucking, why am I
can't
doing
figure
this?
it out.
Why am I doing this? And you've evolved.
Terry Crews from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Get back in there too.
You've evolved past your father. You've evolved past who you were 10 years ago, right? You've embraced who you are. You're embracing who you are. And again, I focus so much on the word love. And again, the love that you have for your family, brother, if you hold a mirror back up towards you a little bit, you'd be amazed. I know you're a great dad and a husband. I know you are because I just know you, right?
Appreciate it.
You'd be an even better man for your family when you share some of that love with you. And that's what it is. It's all coming from love, right? And I'm proud of you for saying that. That's amazing that you shared that because it takes a lot. This is a family podcast, dude. This is about wrestling. I'm so sorry. I think I've ruined you guys' podcast.
No, you're good.
No,
Over
dude.
the last 30
Ruined. Get
minutes.
the hell out of here.
These are the kind of conversations we want to have, dude. And it's like, I want to know these things. I'm introspective. I want to know like what you think. I want to know what Jake thinks. Like,
yeah, man.
Jake's my brother. Like, I talk to this dude every single day without fail. Talk to him every day.
We had 8 whole days. I think we got to talk for a little bit one day because I was still in the U.S. when we were on our 8-day cruise last week. We were in Key West, and I got to text you just a little bit, and you told me about Motionless in White, and I was like, I knew it got you because we've been talking recently about just our emotions recently, and because it's such a stigma it's such a stigma for men to not talk about their feelings and all that kind of stuff. And we've especially, that's another thing that me and Clay have. I'd never call you that on the show.
No.
So that's something that we have really made sure that we put a pin in is hey, how are you? How are you? Please tell me how you are actually doing. Recently it's been a lot of I'm fucking hot because poor man works outside. But it's those relationships that we need, especially to lean on each other, and especially I'm coming up on 34 now, and my kids are 8 and 6 now. So, those little tinges of, I hear a song come up on Spotify DJ and it's it came from a movie that Mavis loves, my daughter. And I'm like,
that's my aunt's name.
You just, dude, yes. Yeah. And we, that little tear just well up and you're just like, damn, I'm at work. Why am I feeling this way right now? What's going on?
Yeah. He's cutting onions out here on the tractor.
It's me cutting onions.
Yes.
But that's
a gas leak.
Yeah. That's H2S. We're all actually going to die, guys.
And I'd rather die than share this information with anybody else because nobody can see me this week, right?
That's it.
Exactly. I'm glad I'm going out in this moment. But as you mature, what Scott was saying is as you mature, you recognize those moments of those moments that will never go away, that are those key memories, those core memories for you, and then not only your kids but your wife. And dude, and now me and Hostage are getting to share things with each other, and he's really helping me through my infancy in the business and stuff like that. And I have such a man, I got a leg up on everybody because this guy's my best friend and he's teaching me how to do everything. Come on, I couldn't have it better than that.
We pull him up by the bootstraps.
Right. I mean, it's very
part of the ship, part of the crew.
Very fortunate. I was lucky when I came into business. Same thing, that people thought 1 year into business I was a vet. Walking in, I was sitting at the vet table. Right.
That's it.
Because again, when we go back to it, it's funny. I'm getting into this other sphere, right? Of having these discussions, and really and truly, we're just having open and honest discussions with each
Just
other.
being honest with each other.
We're checking egos.
Yep.
And again, you guys are comfortable enough to do that with each other because you guys are best friends. And that's a beautiful and amazing thing. By the way, I feel like I need to go ahead and put my man card out there. Like, I am a Republican. I am a true blue-blooded American, right? So I'm not a pussy, I swear. But you know, when we could just really be honest and drop our guards, we have so much truth that's there, right? And that's great that you guys have each other, right? And like I remember when I got into this business, the first guy I spoke to was Ryan Davidson, right? And
I knew it was going to be him.
Yeah, of course.
It's always Ryan Davidson.
It's always Ryan Davidson. And I'm telling you, there's so many other, like you said, there's so many guys that have the same story that they reached out to him. And he's so great that he will take time with any stranger. Maybe not anymore because he's old as fuck, right? But he's grizzled for a reason. And
damn right.
But he took time with me and guided me into who I was. And everybody thought I was a bigger deal than what I was. And if I had to check my ego, maybe I was a big deal, right? Because again, it's about perception. Perception is reality, right? Again, I was just a guy just trying to come in and do Shakespeare, right?
That's it. Shakespeare in the Park.
Shakespeare in the Park, baby. That's it, exactly.
That's it. Well, dude, I feel like we're getting down to the wire here. We've talked about so much.
I still got a full bottle here. We could just keep going all night. I know we all got work in the morning, boys.
Let's go, dude. I know you're a big gym guy, and I want to know. The people want to know. We have a Bell to Coffin Spotify playlist, and every week when we have somebody on the show, we ask them for 3 songs, and we're going to put those on that playlist, and we'll share it all out to the world, and then everybody can try to figure out, or know that person. Like, oh, okay, this is Tama Ku, this is Scott, this is where we are, this is what he's vibing with and stuff. So give me 3 songs to put on that list.
Oh man, here's been my vibe here lately.
Okay,
and it's going to be a little bit odd. So you got the Spotify playlist. I tend to find new music by going on my Pandora and going into a station by somebody I like. Like I heard, I discovered Attila, and that's how I found Motionless in White and Upon a Burning Body. Right, like that's my jam, that's my vibe. I'm a rocker through and through.
Same.
Obviously, I'll listen to a little bit of country, I'll listen to a little bit of pop and everything as well.
Hell yeah!
I only wear the hat because it looks cool, baby.
That's right. It protects the ears.
Right, but I have been really big on, and I can't name any songs specifically, but I'll give you guys a couple bands.
Okay.
Fame on Fire. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and so it's Fame on Fire and God, what's the other band that's a lot like them? But typically what they do is they do rock covers of popular pop songs, like Taylor Swift and The Weeknd, and I just fucking love that vibe. So for our age, right, we'll understand this. Do you remember when Korn did Word Up?
Yep.
And Disturbed did
10,000 Fists.
Too many people making too many problems.
It's 10,000 Fists, isn't it?
Yeah, 10,000 Fists in the Air, right?
Yeah.
They did a cover of a song there and on that album. And I just love that vibe where you take something that's not supposed to be, then you add some dry vocal to it and some double bass drums. And that's been my vibe here lately. So one I absolutely adore, and this is so nerdy. And so I'll give you one song, and that's Fame on Fire, ABCDEFU. And it's a Taylor Swift song, and it's so fucking good. I go so hard in the gym to that song.
Hell yeah. I'm with it. You got any more there, or you just don't know any of the names?
Well, here's the funny thing. Like, I'm singing along to the songs, and I don't want to stop my workout, right? But I know all the songs I'm hearing because it's just playing other bands that it's all pop covers.
I got you.
That's all they're doing there. So I'll look down. It's Our Lady Liberty, Fame on Fire, and whoever else just happens to do that. So, but ABCDEFU is one that I will literally sing out loud as I'm deadlifting. Right?
I love it.
Yeah. Everybody but your dog. Okay, that's
it.
That song's got some spite to it.
Hell yeah, we love it. Well, Jake, it is time to close the door.
Man. When you're 14 years old, sometimes you get a book by Tony Robbins, and it'll turn you into a world eater, Tama Ku. But after 30 years, it'll turn you into a word feeder, Scott Ali. Thank you so much for joining us here on Bell to Coffin this evening, brother. It was really a great show. Thank you for joining.
Genuinely, man, I really, really enjoyed this. I knew it was gonna, and I'm so glad to meet you, man. This has been an honor, and absolutely, like I said, by all means, hit me up, man. Let's chit chat. If you just you
I
want a
would
different
love to.
perspective, please do.
Yeah.
And again, that's the internal architect, Scott Ali, which is just basically taking over my old Tama Ku page. But I already knew this was going to be great because, like I said, it was love at first sight between Hostage and I. He's a good brother. I knew it was going to be good, and thank you guys for giving me an opportunity. This is just who I am. Also, when I'm out of character, this is not an act. I am a good brother, right? And you can't have enough good brothers in this business. And I really enjoyed this conversation. And again, cheers to you guys both. Once again, I want to commend you guys both for being incredible fathers, incredible husbands, and we don't get enough pats on the back for being those things. So I love you guys. Thank you. Let's do it again.
I love you too, brother, man.
For
Thank you
sure,
very much.
man.
For sure.